What if the true teachings of the Buddha, the wisdom that has guided millions of people towards enlightenment for over 2 millennia, went far deeper than we've been led to believe? Imagine the possibility that there are hidden or lesser-known aspects of his teachings' insights that could radically change how we view the world, ourselves, and the path to liberation. In this video, we will explore the hidden teachings of the Buddha, those that are often overshadowed by the more commonly known aspects of his philosophy. While many are familiar with the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, there are other teachings and practices that go beyond these foundational principles. What did the Buddha really mean by emptiness? How did he understand the nature of suffering? And what deeper truths about the self and reality did he uncover that have been kept in the shadows? Join us as we unlock these hidden aspects of the Buddha's wisdom and reveal how these teachings can transform our understanding of life and lead us to deeper peace, freedom, and spiritual awakening. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, over 2,500 years ago in India, has been one of the most influential spiritual traditions in the world. The Buddha's teachings are typically summarized by the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering dukkha, the cause of suffering craving, the cessation of suffering nirvana, and the path leading to the cessation of suffering, the Eightfold Path. These core principles provide a profound understanding of the human condition and a guide for achieving liberation from suffering. However, while these teachings form the backbone of Buddhist philosophy, they are only part of the picture. Many of the Buddha's deeper insights and less discussed teachings are found in various scriptures and sutras that explore concepts such as emptiness, shunyata, non-self and Atman, and the nature of the mind, all of which challenge conventional views of reality and selfhood. The Buddha himself was a prince, raised in luxury, but upon encountering the realities of aging, sickness, and death, he renounced his privileged life to seek a way to end human suffering. His quest for enlightenment culminated under the Bodhi tree, where he meditated for days, achieving profound insights that would later become the foundation of his teachings. One of the Buddha's most revolutionary insights was his rejection of the rigid social and religious structures of his time. He taught that enlightenment was not confined to a particular caste, class, or social group, but was accessible to all beings. He also rejected the idea of a permanent, unchanging self, which was a radical departure from the belief in an eternal soul common to the religious views of his time. Buddhist teachings eventually spread across Asia and adapted to various cultures, but the essence of the Buddha's message remains consistent: the realization that suffering is an inherent part of life, and that through spiritual practice, we can liberate ourselves from it. But beneath these core teachings lie profound layers of wisdom that, if fully understood, have the potential to change how we perceive the world and ourselves. While the Buddha's main teachings have been distilled into the Four Noble Truths, there are many subtle and hidden aspects of his philosophy that invite a deeper exploration of reality. Let us uncover some of these lesser-known yet profound insights. 1. Emptiness, shunyata, the nature of reality. One of the Buddha's most profound teachings is the concept of emptiness, shunyata, which is central to Mahayana Buddhism. In simple terms, emptiness means that all things, whether material or immaterial, lack an inherent, permanent existence. Everything is interdependent and constantly changing, and nothing exists in isolation. The Buddha taught that attachment to fixed concepts or forms is a source of suffering. When we perceive things as permanent or unchanging, we create desires, attachments, and expectations, which lead to suffering. Emptiness, then, is not nihilism or nothingness, but the realization that everything exists in a state of constant flux and interdependence. This insight encourages us to let go of rigid identities and concepts, and to embrace the fluid, interconnected nature of existence. The hidden message here is liberating. By accepting the impermanent nature of all things, we free ourselves from attachment and the fear of loss. We become more present and compassionate, less burdened by expectations, and more open to the natural flow of life. 2. Non-self and Atman, the illusion of the permanent self. Another of the Buddha's core insights is the doctrine of Anatman, or non-self. In contrast to the common belief in a permanent, unchanging soul or self, the Buddha taught that the self is an illusion. What we consider the self is a collection of fleeting sensations, thoughts, and experiences that arise and pass away. The belief in a permanent self, according to the Buddha, is a source of suffering. We become attached to the idea of me and mine, which leads to desires, fears, and anxieties. By understanding that there is no fixed self, we can release our attachment to identity and experience a greater sense of freedom. This teaching encourages us to move beyond ego-driven desires and to cultivate compassion and awareness in every moment. This deeper teaching of non-self challenges us to reconsider the nature of our identity and how we relate to the world. If there is no permanent self, then who are we, really? The Buddha's answer points to the interconnectedness of all beings and the impermanence of all phenomena. The realization of non-self allows us to dissolve the barriers between ourselves and others, fostering a sense of unity and compassion. 3. The middle way, beyond extremes. The Buddha also taught the importance of the middle way, a path that avoids the extremes of self-indulgence and self-mortification. In his early life, the Buddha experimented with extreme ascetic practices, starving himself in an attempt to transcend the body. However, he realized that this approach only led to more suffering, not enlightenment. Instead, he taught that the path to liberation lies in balance, neither indulging in sensory pleasures nor rejecting them entirely, but instead cultivating mindfulness, moderation, and wisdom in all aspects of life. The middle way is often misunderstood as simply a path of moderation, but it's more profound than that. It's the recognition that both extremes are illusory, and that true freedom comes from transcending dualities altogether. It's the ability to move beyond the either-or mentality, seeing that there is wisdom in embracing paradox and unity. 4. The role of compassion, karuna, and wisdom, prajna. One of the Buddha's most hidden teachings is the intertwined nature of karuna, compassion, and prajna, wisdom. While much of Buddhist practice focuses on wisdom and insight into the nature of reality, the Buddha emphasized that true wisdom must be paired with compassion. Compassion, in the Buddhist context, is not simply a feeling of pity or sympathy, it's an active desire to alleviate the suffering of others. Wisdom without compassion can lead to cold intellectualism, while compassion without wisdom can lead to misguided attempts to fix the world. The Buddha's teachings invite us to cultivate both wisdom and compassion simultaneously, to develop an open heart and a clear mind, acting with both insight and empathy. 5. The power of meditation, the key to liberation. While the Buddha's teachings were vast, meditation dhyana was central to his path. Meditation is not just a tool for relaxation, it is the method through which we can directly experience the truth of the Buddha's teachings. Through mindfulness meditation, one gains insight into the nature of suffering, impermanence, and non-self. In his teachings, the Buddha laid out practical steps for achieving liberation through meditation. He encouraged us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment or aversion, thereby cultivating equanimity and deep awareness. Meditation helps us to break the cycle of craving and aversion that perpetuates suffering, allowing us to develop a state of inner peace and clarity. The hidden message of meditation is this: true transformation comes from direct experience. It is not enough to intellectually understand the teachings. Meditation is the way to embody them, allowing us to break free from the illusions that trap us in cycles of fear and desire. 6. The illusion of permanence, the nature of change. The Buddha's teachings on impermanence, anicca, are some of the most profound and challenging to grasp. He taught that everything in life is in constant flux, nothing is permanent, whether it's our bodies, our thoughts, or even the world around us. This is the nature of existence: everything arises, stays for a while, and then passes away. For many, the truth of impermanence can be unsettling. We cling to the idea of stability, security, and permanence, but the Buddha taught that clinging to these illusions is a source of suffering. By accepting impermanence, we free ourselves from the anxiety that comes from fearing change and loss. We begin to appreciate the beauty of each moment, knowing that it will not last forever, but that its transient nature is what makes it precious. 7. Liberation through awareness, the Buddha's radical approach. Finally, the Buddha's teachings emphasize that liberation is not something to be achieved in the future, it is something we can experience in the present moment through awareness and mindfulness. By being fully present, we can experience life as it truly is without judgment, without attachment, and without fear. This hidden teaching of liberation through awareness challenges us to live fully in each moment, free from the constraints of our past conditioning and future anxieties. By cultivating mindfulness in our daily lives, we move closer to the ultimate goal of nirvana, where the cycle of suffering and rebirth comes to an end. Here's how you can apply the Buddha's hidden teachings to your own life. 1. Cultivate mindfulness. Begin by integrating mindfulness into your daily activities. Whether it's eating, walking, or even talking, bring your full awareness to the present moment. Notice your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment, and observe how they arise and pass away. This practice will help you understand the impermanent nature of life and reduce unnecessary suffering. 2. Embrace impermanence. Reflect on the impermanent nature of all things. Every experience, every object, and every moment is transient. By recognizing this, you can let go of attachment and develop a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Practice gratitude for what is now, knowing that it won't last forever. 3. Meditate on non-self. Take time each day to meditate on the nature of self. Reflect on the idea that the self is not a fixed, permanent entity but a constantly changing collection of thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This realization can help you detach from ego and develop a more fluid and open sense of identity. 4. Practice compassion and wisdom. Balance your wisdom with compassion. When engaging with others, seek to understand their struggles with empathy and offer your assistance in a loving way. Let your wisdom guide your actions, and let your compassion inform your responses. 5. Live the middle way. Avoid the extremes of indulgence and asceticism. Find balance in all aspects of your life, from work to relationships to leisure. The middle way teaches us to live with moderation, allowing us to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. The hidden teachings of the Buddha offer us a path to true freedom and liberation, one that goes beyond mere intellectual understanding and dives deep into the core of our being. Through mindfulness, compassion, the realization of impermanence, and the practice of meditation, we can overcome suffering and live in harmony with the world as it truly is. By uncovering these hidden teachings, we come closer to understanding the essence of the Buddha's wisdom and how it can transform our lives. The journey of self-awareness, liberation, and peace is not a distant goal, but something we can begin to experience in each moment. What do you think about the hidden teachings of the Buddha? How have they influenced your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to share this video with others who are ready to explore the deeper truths of Buddhist philosophy.